How you doing?
Yeah, man, what's up? Coming to
Dried
you,
off yet?
coming to you from Espoo, Finland. I hung
Yeah.
out all day in Helsinki, as you probably saw from my story.
Yeah.
Beautiful
You
day to
looked
start
a
the
bit
day,
wet.
and then it went to shit in a hurry. Um, right about 5:45, I guess. I was waiting on the cathedral to open at 6, um, because I'm a cheap ass and I didn't want to pay the €10 entry fee. So it's free after 6. So I was waiting till 6. So I decided to go have a beer, as you do. And I went to the loo, and they have like a couple little porta potty things out next to this little bar because it's literally like a little kind of shed thing, right? And
Yeah.
that's all it is. There's like an ice cream shed, and then there's a beer and drink shed, uh, and then a bunch of tables and stuff like that. So I go into the porta potty, and I hear it, and I can see it coming through at the bottom of the door. Like, so, and I'm like, I'm not staying in this porta potty. I'm not doing it. So I sling open the door and I shut it real quick, and I run over trying to get under this umbrella, and it is just pissing it down. And it's me out there at the time. It was me and like two couples, so one on either side, and everybody has to get up from where they're sitting and essentially stand as close to the middle of this umbrella, the big like bar umbrellas, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody, and we're all under different ones, but everybody is standing super close to the middle because it's starting to like rain sideways. So like, and then of course, because it's Finland and people treat things nicely, there's blankets and stuff out there in case you're chilly or whatever. And I look over and one of the couples, the lady and her husband, like grab one of these blankets, and now they're kind of like under this blanket, and it's at least stopping some of the overspray of this rain. And I thought, well, shit, that's a great idea. So I dig the one out that's like under all these cushions. So at one point, like I'm like wrapped up in this blanket just so I don't get more wet. But
Yeah.
then so it calms down. I go into the cathedral, and which beautiful architecture, for not being ridiculously old. They consider it neoclassical, but it was beautiful building, things like that. Um, so then I'm like, all right, well, I want to go find something to eat, but I'm not going to stand outside because it is now kind of getting chilly because now it's rained and now it's not as sunny. And so I take off walking, and then I jump on one of the rentable scooters because I was like, I don't want to walk in this either, man. I want to get there as fast as I can. So I went back to this beer place that I'd been at earlier in the day to have a beer and try to find somewhere to eat. So I finally found a place. And let me tell you, if you've never had salmon soup and you get the opportunity, you take that opportunity. It
Yeah.
is so good, man. So good. And then I was gonna have a reindeer steak, but I opted for the sauteed reindeer and mashed potatoes instead. It's six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. If I made the right choice or not.
Yeah.
I did drink a local uh, single malt Scotch. So, well, obviously it's not Scotch, but it was single malt. I mean, I guess it is a Scotch because it's the style into which it's brewed. It's just not from Scotland, so it's more of a single malt finish. I don't know, but it was good. It actually was really good, so that was nice. Drank a few different local beers throughout the day. But yeah, when I got back to the beer place, that's what, because you were asking me if I dried out. I went to the toilet and like I'm, washing my hands at the mirror, and I could literally see through my shirt and like all my tattoos. That's how wet my shirt was. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it was beautiful earlier in the day. I was out
Yeah.
walking around and just, yeah, it was so pretty, like hanging out on the water and like, or near the water. Yeah. Um, I mean, I am a bit disappointed. It's it's crayfish season, but all the crayfish restaurants, you have to have booked tables this time of year because it's only for a few weeks. And
Yeah.
I obviously I didn't know that. So trying to book a table on the day of, even for one lonely son of a bitch like me, I just couldn't. You couldn't get in.
Yeah.
It was tough, man.
Yeah.
The one restaurant I really wanted to go to is out on this island, and this lady was telling me about it. But I could have gotten a table, but I couldn't have had the crayfish because you have to order your crayfish like 2 days in advance so that they can
Yeah.
prepare them. I guess I don't know. That's a weird one for me because anybody that's ever been to a crayfish, crawfish boil, you don't really have to cook them all that long. So I'm not real for sure, but yeah, maybe so they can have them in fresh. And I'm not for
Yeah.
sure, but yeah. So then I just kind of then I jumped in the Uber and came back here so we could record. Um, Still kind of raining outside, but fortunately I'm in an Airbnb. Um, Big shout out to Denny and his family. They let me stay with them in their Airbnb, and Denny didn't realize when they were going to be flying back when he booked the Airbnb, and then he forgot to change the dates, so he still had an extra night. So I get to stay here tonight,
So you got it
no
all to
charge.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and no
Nice.
charge, So like, it saved me from having to get a hotel in like Helsinki or something tonight. So that was
Yeah.
nice. But that's the kind of people Denny and Kim and the Mountains are, man. They're just
Yeah.
really good people, and it was super fun hanging out with them this weekend. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good time, man. It's a good time as always when those guys come over because Sean and Denny are just fun to hang out with, and they're always willing to give pointers to help out to
Mm.
you know go bags with you and try to give you some pointers. I mean, I literally watched Sean and Denny both giving people pointers like in the middle of a match. Not
Yeah.
everybody, not everybody, but some of the people, especially the people that were just getting started and maybe had kind of this unorthodox style or throw or whatever. They were they're always willing to help and give pointers and just have a good time, man. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then obviously I went and got another tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm still really disappointed that I didn't get one in Germany. I just couldn't get into the tattoo shop. I tried, I couldn't. And then Italy, there was not where we stayed. I mean, there was nothing out there. So then that kind of became an issue. But oh well, I'll get it on the next trip around.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean got one too. So we were all in. And big shout out to Timu. I don't know if he'll listen to this or whatever, but from Finland, he hooked us up big time. Got his brother's a tattoo artist, and got his brother to come open up his shop on Sunday just to tattoo us.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
so when people talk about the cornhole community, man, it's things like that.
Yeah.
It's things like that, like going out of your way to help someone while they're in town or whatever. And they were super hospitable all weekend. Um, the Finnish people have been amazingly nice and like
Yeah.
amazing hosts. So yeah, it's been a good time. It's been a good time. It
Yeah.
wasn't a huge tournament, um, but it was well worth the trip for sure.
Yeah. Shall we crack on with how that tournament went then?
Well, yeah, but how was your weekend, bud?
Same old when I've not got the kids. Throw something on the barbecue and I throw the bags while I'm waiting.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
good though, as long as that sun's
Yeah.
shining, man.
Yeah. And need to get them reps in ahead of 2 weeks time. So
Oh, I'm excited.
fortunately, the weather didn't allow me to get the boards back out on the Sunday, but
Did it not?
it's first night of Manchester new venue this week, so I'll hopefully be going up there Wednesday after work, so I'll get some more reps in there, and then it's a kids' weekend, so won't be throwing much, and then I'll try to get another practice night in next week. So needs to be done. I've got goals this year now.
Yeah. Me too, bud.
Right.
Me too. And
Right. Pro in season 1 and 2, and then didn't get it for 3. So it's one of my goals for this season to earn the pro UK pro status at the end of the season, and obviously I'd like to get up there near a podium. I'll set one massive goal. I want a podium.
yeah, no, it was real nice getting that podium last year. So yeah, this year, man, I got big goals myself.
Yeah.
I I expect nothing less than like for myself, man. I kind of my goal is to be nothing less than top 5
Yeah.
every time out. So
Yeah.
we'll see though. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to do, and like we keep talking about, the competition keeps getting better and better, and so we'll see how it plays out, man. But I did, I didn't throw great this weekend, but I also didn't throw very badly. And I when I'm focused and concentrating, man, I realize that I could throw bags pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I just need to stop doing the stupid shit.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm the same,
I
man.
mean, it looks good, but when you're not pulling it off every time, it's not very feasible.
Yeah, it makes a difference, dude, for sure.
But like last week when I gone to snipers, the amount of rolls I was trying it, and majority of them I didn't get.
No, and it's funny you should say that because, like I said, last Tuesday in practice, I hit a couple, and I meant to hit them. I tried to hit them, and I
Yeah.
tried them, and I hit them. I tried a few this weekend, dude, and I had no business doing it whatsoever. I
Yeah.
shouldn't even given it a shot, dude. Oh, it was
Yeah.
terrible, terrible. But it's like
I did.
it's like when you play golf and you chip in or you chip like super close to the hole. You all of a sudden think chipping's easy. I can do this all the time. Next thing you know, man, you're chipping like crap
Played it.
because you've already, yeah,
Yeah.
yep, hitting it fat or blading the shit out of it.
I did manage to hit one roll for a win though when we were having the doubles game, so that was pretty cool.
That's good.
But yeah, I just need to work on them, like the inconsistency in it. It's fun. That's what the practice nights are for, to try out this new shit anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Shall
Yeah.
we? Shall we just get Finland out of the way because we have a lot to talk about
Yeah.
with Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So
2 pages, front and back of notes I've got.
wow. All right. So
I'm
first and
prepared
foremost,
this
man,
week.
I want to talk about Sean brought this up to me while we were here, and he is right because I didn't give it enough attention. We didn't give it enough attention, and that's the finals match from the UK Open between Sean and EJ. And what he meant by that is they were throwing at a ACL pro level. Like pro is in let's get into some finals and some opens. Pro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were throwing it. Sean threw a 10-3-2 against EJ's 10-16 over 25 rounds. That's an insane amount of bags.
Yeah.
Like going, that's 100 bags, and you're throwing over a 10 every time. So Sean's stat line was 80, 18, and 2, and EJ's was 79, 17, and 4.
Yeah.
So 2 bags off the board.
And just while we're on that, like it's not dropped yet, but it's due to drop soon. The Cornhole Player Magazine by Dan Lilly, there is a write up about the UK Open, and it is more in depth about the final there. So Sean would be glad to know that.
Okay, cool, man. I'll make sure.
I should know because I wrote it.
Yeah, I know, and that's awesome. I'm glad that Danny asked you to do that. I'm glad that our podcast and you specifically can contribute to the magazine. I think everybody at the table should get to eat. I don't
Yeah.
want anybody to go hungry. So, you put your magazine out there, man, we'll do what we can to support it. You put a podcast out there, man, we'll do what we can to support it. So, speaking of that, stay tuned because I'm sure Corn on the Pod's going to have a good show coming up with Craig's firsthand account from ACL Worlds.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good one. We're going to try to get a couple people on maybe for a bonus episode this week to kind of relive their Worlds moments because, as we know, Woody and EJ and them guys were over there. And obviously, Woody being a UK guy now, we really got to take that into account. We got to really think, hey, man, that's pretty awesome. I get it. He qualified for that while he was still in Germany, but he is a UK guy now. So I think it's a pretty awesome thing. So I kind of want to talk to them too and see their perspective on ACL Worlds because it was fun to watch and it was fun to follow them. But we'll get into that in a moment. All right, man. So the big news coming out of Finland, man, Sean swept the weekend.
Yeah.
He swept the weekend. I take nothing away from Sean or his accomplishments, but it wasn't the biggest player pool it could have been. But there was still some really, really good play. So in singles, Sean ended up having to double dip Urus out of Latvia. And man, that guy, I remember throwing against him in Germany. Yeah, it would have been Germany. We were in Germany. They were all there. And he threw really well then. Man, he has elevated his game like no other. I had to throw against him 2 or 3 times this weekend. And let me tell you, man, holy shit, was it tough. I don't know if I got the better of him on any of the matches I had to throw against him. I had to be really on it just to keep up with him. So shout out to him, man. He played really well, and yeah. But Sean did double dip him. Sean got taken down in the losers bracket by Janatis, who's from Latvia as well, and then Sean ended up beating him in the third place match to then get into the finals and double dip Urus. And then in the blind draw, Sean drew Thomas Pernak. So him and Thomas took blind draw down against Yanni and Edwards. Another really good match though, and Yanni was throwing fire. I told you guys when he said he wanted to come over to the UK and they needed a partner, man. When I hooked him up with Aaron to be his partner, I was like, "Yo, Yanni was throwing like fire in Italy, and it hasn't stopped. Like that dude throws fire. He's throwing."
Well, him and Ali took down the swap, didn't they? Yeah, in the UK.
No, they got second in the swap.
Oh, no.
Then they took down the blind draw because Ali took down the swap.
Yeah. Ali was with him for the.
Oh, I thought you said Alex.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Ali and Yanni took down the swap.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm wearing these headphones and it kind of echoes in this room. I didn't hear you, so my apologies. But yeah, so, but again, Sean showing why he is Sean, why he's the sensei, man. He locks in and he doesn't get rattled. So good on him. And then we get to doubles on Sunday, and I paired up with Zdenko, and I lucked out. We actually drew each other for the blind draw on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh my God, we get a whole practice tournament to get this in check for tomorrow. We didn't get it in check for doubles. Just so you're fully aware of that. She threw great, man. She did, and she gets real hard on herself, but I will tell you, Zdeněka is she's a diamond, dude. She really is. She's one of the most lovely people, and when she's throwing great, she's throwing great. But when she starts getting kind of hard on herself, sometimes little things that she normally doesn't make mistakes on, she kind of make mistakes. But she's a trooper, and she will battle back, and she will try to get it figured out. And she played well. I know she doesn't think she did, but she did. She played really well, and I was privileged to have her as a partner. But yeah, we played in the blind draw, and we kind of experimented with what bags we were going to try to throw. And then come Sunday morning, she decided she just wanted to throw a whole new set anyway. So we ended up throwing my Wicked L's because we were going to throw her all cornhole auras. Um, we'd kind of settled on those over my bazookas. And then Sunday morning, she's like, I'm just not feeling them today. Let's throw your Wicked L's. And I was like, all right, let's do it. It did not pan out for us. By no fault of hers, though. That was on me. I threw really well. I did. It was just the two games that mattered most, man. I just couldn't get the bag in the hole. Like they were fast bags, so then you start kind of putting a little more loft on it, kind of checking up a bit. And then when you do that, it gives it more time to kind of kick or move or so yeah, I just could not get bags to go in the hole. They would just hang up. I mean, I went for a couple push shots that just bunched in the hole. All these different little things, man. But it is what it is. But anyway, so Denny and Sean, um, they sat king seat, and the surprise of the day was the Lithuanians, Demontos or Demontas and Montas. I know it's weird, but those are the names. You know how like when you're throwing against someone that's better, you tend to throw better,
Yeah.
right? Because I can't make a lot of mistakes because this person's not going to make mistakes, right? I've never seen these two Lithuanians throw this good ever, ever, ever. And the dude that Sean was throwing against, let me pull this up real quick. And I know it's not going to sound like it's great, probably, but when you watch it, and I know you guys probably did watch it, you start looking at that, and all of a sudden you think, um, you know what? This dude threw freaking lights out, and you never really see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in game one, Denny did not throw that great. So he was kind of second hind tit. Sean threw it. They threw, and it was only 12 rounds. So it wasn't like it was a super long game. It wasn't a Sean EJ game. But Sean threw a 10-5-8. And the dude that threw against him, Mantis, threw a 10-3-3. Like everything Sean was doing, this dude was right behind him doing it as well.
Yeah.
And then in the second game, again, now Denny steps it up. Now Denny's playing back to how Denny can play. Although, if you watch the match, we had a good laugh because, he didn't throw that well the first game. And then the first bag out in the second game, he side rails it. And we were like, oh my God, this should not be happening.
Yeah, I remember watching the feed, yeah.
Oh my goodness. But even then, in the second game, Sean threw a 10-2-9, and Mantis still threw a 9-4-3.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I mean, it was still close.
Yeah.
That game, the score obviously was not close. It was 23-4. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't these dudes, they knew that they had something to prove and had to do everything possible to play. And they didn't disappoint, man. It was an exciting final. It really was. I know Sean and Denny didn't want to have to play 2 games. No one wants to be close to double dip. But man, it was exciting. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm almost positive, that's the first Lithuanians to podium this year, I believe. I don't know if there's been another time they podiumed. If anybody out there does know, and I am wrong, please drop up some message. Let us know so I can correct that. But I don't recall any other time the Lithuanians being on the podium. And I will say this, even though it was a smaller playing field this weekend, the way they played this weekend, I would have put them on the podium in almost any of the tournaments we've had thus far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I truly, or at least pushing top 5, like they were close to the podium because they were throwing great and they threw good pretty much all weekend. And then third place for that was the Latvians, and that was Janatas and Yuta, which Yuta is yours' sister, and they both threw really well for the weekend. And I remember, again, I remember talking to them and seeing them play in Germany and thinking, man, these guys, they're putting in the work. They really are. So, Team GB, you're listening out there, man. Y'all got y'all's work cut out for you because these teams are not going to be pushovers, man. Like, yeah, we all know that America's probably going to run away with it. The Canadians are going to probably be pretty close behind them. But, I mean, the Croatians, the Slovenians, the Slovakians, now the Latvians, the Lithuanians, like, oh my
Germans,
God,
they'll
man.
have something to prove after last year.
Yeah, the Germans, they're good though. I'm just saying those teams that you think, all right, man, these if we're gonna get some wins, these are the guys we're gonna get it against. That's gonna be real daggum tough. It's gonna be tough, man. Obviously we're gonna be pulling for them, but yeah, it'll be tough. So they're gonna have to be on their game for sure. For sure. But I got faith.
No pressure, Liam.
I think,
Liam.
yeah, but I mean, I think all of them win. Ali, Nick, Art, Tony, Liam,
Jeff,
and Jeff. I mean, when they're on, they're on.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a matter of staying focused and staying dialed
Liam,
in.
Ali, and Tony, they were there last year, so they know what to expect, and they did well last year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they 100%. And that's what I'm saying. They just got to stay locked in, and focused, dude. And they'll be all right. They'll be all right. We know they're putting in work. They're putting in work, and they're trying to go out there and do their thing. And yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time no matter what. So yeah, that was my weekend, man. Yeah.
Oh. Shall we get on to the week long?
Oh, man. And what a week it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that was some of the best matches, biggest surprises, and biggest disappointments I've seen in 3 years.
Yeah. I think overall it's been the best Worlds to watch since I've been watching cornhole, just because it was, some of it was predictable, and then some of it just was like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from?
Well, you say some of it was predictable. There was only one that we predicted that actually panned the fuck out. Well, two that I predicted panned out.
Yeah.
Two I predicted panned out. But the rest did not. And some of the people that were playing for the rest, I didn't see coming either.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thunk it that Trey Birchfield and Adam Hisner wouldn't have been in the main brackets for doubles.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that Adam Hisner wouldn't be in the main brackets for singles or doubles?
Yeah.
How crazy is that? And that's because he got
Yeah.
double dipped in singles.
Yeah.
He had his bracket won and got double dipped. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Right, they were the biggest notable name missing from the doubles challenger bracket. Obviously, last year's champs, and then in the singles, there was a lot of people missing there who'd failed to make it through challenger brackets.
Jacob
Trzynski, AJ Sims, Ryan Windsor in potentially his last tournament because I believe he's giving up.
Stepping down, yeah.
No, Jimmy didn't make it out.
I know. And he played.
Adam Isner.
He had some really good games too, man.
And then your MVP from last year, Jeremiah Ellis, he didn't make it out either. No, there were some surprises. And also earlier in the week, they had the international event.
Oh, how cool was that, man?
Yeah, getting to see people we know on ESPN.
Oh, it was so cool, dude. Like, it really was so cool to watch and get to see all our European brethren over there. And I know they were pitted against each other, EJ and Woody being on the North American team, and then obviously the Croatians and the Slovenians being on the European team. But man, it was fun to watch, and it goes to show though that, man, them bright lights, them cameras,
Yeah,
dude, it can get to you. Because Roman did, and nothing gets you out there, Roman. Hey, man, we still got you back. We still support you, bro. But he did not throw as well as he's been throwing all year long.
yeah,
He just didn't. And then, EJ, man, EJ, he let her rip, man. In my opinion, it didn't seem like it affected him at all.
yeah.
I mean, in the tandem doubles, he had a couple of errant shots, you could say. But when he had to play Loris in the singles, the dude was lights out, man.
Yeah.
Well done, EJ. And then awesome getting to see Woody
Yeah.
again.
You heard him for certain.
Oh yeah, he was chirping the whole time.
He was the hype man of the team, wasn't he?
He was, and I liked it a lot. Yeah, it was awesome. Well done, Woody. That was badass.
And then we've already gone over it. Tuesday we had obviously the challenger bracket. But we also had the mixed doubles event.
Yep.
So Tony Smith and Kaylee Hunter beat Sarah Cassidy and Trey Birchfield in that.
Yep. And then that was kind of an interesting tournament to kind of watch, the mixed doubles, because it is just kind of it's just kind of fun to watch because they're just out there chilled, and I mean they all want to win, but they're not like bah.
Yeah, they're not quite as fully locked in yet. And then Thursday we got into the main brackets for the women's juniors and seniors. So and they were playing down to final 2, I believe, with the final on the Friday.
Yeah.
So your bracket A was taken down by the 1 seed, Caitlin Allshouse, who beat Linda Ford. And then Sarah Cassidy beat Cameron Belvin in Queen Seat rematch in bracket B. Riley Schaff doubled dipped Cheyenne in bracket
Dude,
C.
did you watch that match though?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That girl, I'm telling you right now, and I know I'm almost positive we chatted about this either in our Three Musketeers chat group or our Just Board It Draft chat group.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, we are about to witness, because we'll get there. But hold on, you go ahead and finish your brackets because I don't want to give it away yet in case people didn't watch.
Bracket D was won by Sam Finley, beating Elizabeth Tennyson in the Queen's seat rematch. And then in your semis, Caitlin beat Riley 21-20. And then Sam beat Sarah 23-17. So then
All right. Let's
setting
talk
up a
about
final for Friday. Yeah.
Let's talk about that semi.
Yeah.
Riley and Caitlin, 21-20. That freaking match was so good. And I'm telling you right now, I said this, I'm telling you, those two girls can throw, and we're about to watch an epic, what I believe is going to be an epic rivalry. And I mean, I'm not talking animosity rivalry. I'm talking a Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal type rivalry over the next few years of them two on a regular playing each other in finals or at least semifinals.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So good. And Riley to double dip Cheyenne. I mean, that's no fucking easy task, dude.
No.
Cheyenne has
she got her at
7.
the previous signature as well, I believe. At signature 6, she beat her in the bracket final. She seems to have a number at the minute.
But let's be honest here. Cheyenne's got 7 world championships in women's. That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
She's 100% the women's GOAT.
For now. Years down the line.
That's
they're
all
after
I'm
it. Yeah.
If we're so fortunate that Cheyenne, you hear this, I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm just saying you have your work cut out for you. Because these two girls, they're coming for you, man.
Yeah.
They just are. They just are, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking good, man.
And then your juniors bracket, your number 1 seed.
Well, let's finish out women's.
We're going to jump to the finals for women's.
You might as well.
So, so your final, Caitlin beat Sam 23-13 in the final there. So you're world champion. You called it. Caitlin Dollhouse.
A few months ago when we did the draft, I said, Caitlin, I was like, I said it. I said, I think Caitlin can win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
you're right.
Still, yeah, I still didn't get enough points.
All right, and then your juniors. So Gabe Clausen was your 1 seed. He took down bracket A. Had to double dip Jacob Gore to win that.
Yep.
And bracket B was won by Chase White, who beat Tony Forbes,
which was a play-in. He was a challenger bracket winner.
Yeah.
Chase White had to win his challenger bracket to get into that bracket to then win that bracket. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He played a whole tournament to get into the tournament.
Yeah. And then bracket D, Zach Aitken double dipped Cameron D'Ambrosia in the King Seat rematch. And then Levi Haddock double dipped Karen Hatcher in bracket D. And then your semis, Chase, he beat the number 1 seed, Gabriel, 22-17. And then Zach beat Levi 24-9. And then in your final, all the way through tournament to tournament, Chase White.
Yeah.
Took it down, beating Zach
So-
Aitken 25-12.
Now okay. So this is probably not. I don't know if you would have gathered this stat because I don't know. We really haven't talked much about it throughout the season. But if you guys don't know, I know a lot of you guys in England know a little bit more and follow a little ACL a little bit more. And you know how they'll do tier 1 down to tier 2 to tier 3, and it kind of all drops down. For ACL, you're a pro, and you can play in anybody can play in the Open, but you have to kind of play into that. So you play at what your competitive level is, right? So Chase White won juniors because he got to play into juniors. But on the adult side, he's not quite that pro level yet, so he didn't get to go into the pro side of it. But he did win advanced singles.
Yeah.
So he won, and I think he won another tournament as well. I don't remember which one, but he won 3 world championships this year.
Yeah.
So I know we talk about Cash, Gabriel, all these dudes that we hear on a regular basis. The one to watch out for next year is going to be Chase White, dude.
Yeah.
That dude's coming.
Yeah, that's the name we're going to start talking about.
100%. I mean, you take down juniors over a Cash Chambliss, a Gabriel Clausen, all these dudes. And then after playing the whole, again, let's do not forget, he had to play a whole nother tournament just to get into that tournament. That's crazy. Yeah. So he did that. And then he goes and takes down advanced singles as well.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
Which wasn't an easy field either. Like,
of course,
Espin Jackson, top name in there. I mean, he didn't have to play him, but he had Lonnie Campos, who just won ACL juniors. He was in the field as well.
Yep.
So
no, that's what I'm saying.
It might be
joke.
advanced, but it ain't an easy field. They're still top players.
Advanced are still throwing 9.5s to 10s every time. So,
yeah.
I mean,
we ain't getting a point off them.
I might get one, maybe. I'd feel like a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, my bad. But I've just been thinking about that for days now of how freaking good that kid played to do what he did.
Then seniors. So your number 1 seed, Damon Dennis double dip Jeff Reynolds to win bracket A. Steve Schroeder avoided the double dip from against Terry Mathis to win bracket B. Past them, avoids the double dip against JP Plunkett to win bracket C. And then Dan Glagowski beat Frank Modlin in the King Seat rematch to win bracket D. And then in your semis, Path beat Damon 22-9. And then Steve beat Dan 28-17. So I don't quite know what's going on in that last round there to be such a big score, but obviously one of them were. I didn't actually see that game.
He was probably going for an air melt drag or something like that.
Yeah,
like you've got to make something happen. And
needed a big shot, and he unfortunately missed it.
Yeah.
And then then your finals, Pathsem beat Steve Schroeder 22-12.
Yep. Congrats, Path.
Yeah, another new senior's name, champ.
If Steve Schroeder wins, I win our fantasy league.
Yeah. Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
But you think, hey man, I picked right in my draft on the women's and seniors, dude.
Yeah. But I was just there on the women's side. The amount of time Cheyenne, she's just there, but she's just outside of the points for me. Like, all them bracket finals and that. Like, Oh well. We go again next season. Need to
For
pick
sure.
better next season. And then get into the doubles then. So in bracket A, your number one seed, Sarah Casti and Elizabeth Tennyson, were beaten by Kirsten Laus and Dawn Fay there. And then bracket B, the girls, they lost in the Queen Seat rematch. Miranda and Laurie, they were beaten by Mylin, Dela Cruz, Ganty, and Dia Lee. Oh, I know that's the one we were pulling for.
Yeah, for
more,
sure.
More than any. I mean, they've still won 2 signatures this season, so I know they'll be disappointed, but they've had a great season nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And they're good folk, and we like that.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, it's a disappointing end, I'm sure. But I mean, at this level, man, sometimes it happens.
Yeah. And then we've already mentioned them. Riley Schaff and Caitlin Allshouse. They beat Kimberly Jenkins and Linda Ford to win bracket C. And then Cheyenne Bubenheim and Gina Ramirez beat Katie Matthews and Peyton Haynes to win bracket D. And then in your semis, Cheyenne and Gina beat Kirsten and Dawn 22-9. And then Riley and Caitlin beat Mylin and Dia 21-8. And then I need to find it. And then the finals, Riley and Caitlin, they beat Gina and Cheyenne 22-19. So Caitlin got the sweep.
She did. And,
I think we actually said about it like earlier in the week. I think it was probably after just the challenger brackets. We were saying how crazy Worlds is, and then we're saying Caitlin could get the sweep.
Yeah,
and then it happens.
And I think if Caitlin and Riley run it back next year,
oh, they 100% have to.
I mean, but I'm just saying. And as much as we like Lori and Miranda, and we know how capable they are, this is no slight on them. It's no slight on Cheyenne and Gina. It's no slight on any of them other teams. Name another team that's going to not like. I believe they'll almost be, unless they get into sophomore slumps.
Yeah.
Right? Unless they get into that second year slump. And it's 100% possible. We know it is. I mean, unfortunately, they kind of think, Jeremiah had a little bit of that this year and all these things. But if they don't go into their sophomore slump or that second year slump, name another team that's gonna beat them on a regular basis.
Yeah. I mean, they could have
Tony
Smith, Mark Richards-esque season.
The Tony Mark of the women's division.
Yeah, they're going to win 4 signatures next season and be favourites for Worlds, potentially.
Yeah. Like, I just can't see another women's team not beating them on a regular basis. I mean,
no.
There's going to be teams still win on occasion and things like that, but I mean, they're good, dude.
Yeah. And then junior doubles, Tony Forbes and Zane Crotts double dipped the number 1 seeds, Sammy Soto and Ryan Trader, in a King Seat rematch to win bracket A. Ethan Ferrius and Gabe Clausen double dipped Ian Cripps and Cameron D'Ambrosia in a King Seat rematch to win bracket B. Braden Wilson and Cass Chandler's double dipped Zach Aitken and Logan Dupler in the King Seat rematch to win bracket C. And then Bryce Forbes and Levi Haddock avoided the double dip against the Gore brothers in the King Seat rematch with bracket D. These kids wanted their money's worth with them games.
Yeah.
All these double dips and avoiding double dips.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then in your semis, Ethan and Gabriel beat Tony and Zane 23-8. And then Braden and Cash beat Bryce and Levi 23-20. And then, yeah, final was this was Sunday in between the pro doubles. It was Braden and Cash 22-19 over Ethan and Gabriel.
Dude, I love that team. I truly do, because it's when they win and they, Braden will run down and like just scoop up Cash like he's his own little brother, man. It's such
Yeah.
a cool, it's like such a cool relationship that they have.
Yeah.
Like it just truly is. And it shows that, Braden's being raised right and being raised to be a good kid, even though he's on this national stage. And so is Cash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super awesome to witness these kids that are at this big ass stage, and they're still very humble. They're still very polite and like looking out for one another. So when they're celebrating the man, and Braden like picks him up like he's his little brother, dude, it's cool to watch, man. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Definitely. And then seniors, your number one seed, Frank and Damon Dennis. They beat Donnie Earnhardt and Stacey Griffin to win bracket A. And Steve Schroeder and Jerry Lockwood beat JP Plunkett and Stacey Campbell to win bracket B. Jeff Reynolds and Dan Glogowski beat Eric Cooper and Benjamin Frederick to win bracket C. And then Path Sem and Terry Mathis beat Chucky Love and Ron Kurgle to win bracket D. And then in your semis, Terry and Path beat Damon and Frank. So Path got Damon again in the doubles.
And the sweep.
Yeah. And then Steve and Jerry beat Jeff and Dan. And then your finals, Terry and Path beat Steve and Jerry to give Path Sem the sweep of the weekend.
Yep.
Did not have that on my bingo card.
I didn't either, man. I thought
It's nothing gets him. It's just you know how much of a Damon Dennis fanboy I am. I'm always going to pick Damon Dennis and think he's going to win everything. But I did not pick Path Sem on sweeping.
I didn't pick Path Sem.
Well done him.
Even though we kept watching him succeed in all the opens and do very well, I still wasn't picking him. At the end, man, I was still backing Steve Schroeder 100%, just like you were backing Damon Dennis. And then for doubles, seriously, I was backing Damon and Frank. I thought, they've got this.
Yeah. And then Friday we had the main brackets for the singles. So I don't know. Friday was doubles. Sorry. So Tony Smith and Mark Richards, your number one seeds, they beat Brett and Matt Guy in the King Seat rematch to win bracket A. And Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski pulled off the double dip against Derek Holland and Alex Rawls to win bracket B. JBJ and Logan Chamberlain beat Matt Wilson and Colby Shearer to win bracket C. And then Sammy Soto and Gavin Cano double dipped Eddie Grindersleeve and Dylan Turpin to win bracket D. And then I believe the final four, that was on Sunday. Was it Saturday? Saturday, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry.
No.
I've stupidly printed this double-sided, so I'm having to go all over the place. So,
another thing.
Hey, at least I can read it this time. It's typed up. Normally, I'm struggling to read my own handwriting. Like, that's why I'll probably get pronunciations even more wrong sometimes. I'm like, what fucking word's that? So, your semi-finals, uh, Tony and Mark beat JBJ and Logan 21 to. Oh no, that's the final. Sorry. See,
Fuck's
yeah,
sake.
I'll learn one day. Tony and Mark beat Sammy and Gavin in a come from behind game. They were 16-4 down. And then they won 21-18. I think I remember the winning shot, actually. I think Sammy and Gavin had called the timeout, and Gavin Cotto made a comment like, if you make this shot, I guarantee you Tony's missing the airmail. And then as it was, Sammy missed his shot, and then Tony hits the airmail for the win. I was like, yeah, guarantee it, do you? Which I thought was pretty cool. And then in your other semi-final, JBJ and Logan Chamberlain beat Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski 21-4. And then your final, Tony and Mark beat JBJ and Logan 21-20. So
Yep.
I think they've cemented that themselves as the greatest doubles team the ACL scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And again, that was another early prediction by you that they were winning worlds.
Yeah. I mean, ridiculously good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then singles. Yeah, the number one seed, Jamie Graham, he pulled off the double dip and it was actually 21-20 in the decider against Kyle Malone, and that was a king seat rematch there in bracket A.
Yep.
And Logan Chamberlain beat Alex Rawls in a king seat rematch to take down bracket B. And Ethan Walker beat Devon Harbaugh in a king seat rematch to win bracket C. And then Gabriel Clausen double dipped Jay Rubin to win bracket D. All right. And then in your semis, Jamie beat Ethan 21-0 in 5 rounds, which was a surprise.
Sorry, say that again.
In semis, Jamie beats Ethan Walker 21-0 in 5 rounds.
So, yeah, but you heard about the controversy with that, yes?
With the bags, yeah, having to change bags.
So I guess,
minute,
yeah. So I guess Ethan had problems with his normal bags earlier. Found a new set of bags that he liked. But then they didn't pass standards. So then he got another set that he kind of liked. They didn't meet color requirements for the broadcast because they got to be the same color on both sides. So then he had to just go grab a set of bags at the very end to then go try to play his stuff.
I still don't get that for the broadcast. Just as long as they're different to the other guys' bags, just let the guys throw.
Yeah.
But
I mean, here's the
that's
thing.
a bit of a
you say that,
silly rule.
but it might be a silly rule, but it is the fucking rule.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get the fact that you have your bags that you throw. You got 2 colors. You throw them. You love them. Da 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 da. I hope this shows and this proves to everybody, like, especially on that pro level, man. We're not talking about that level. We're not at that level. We don't care out here. But at that pro level, you better have 4 sets of bags broke in, ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Because this isn't. I mean, this is the first time it's been like that. It's affected things as much as it has. But we've seen it earlier in the season in the opens with people having to change bags because they got on the broadcast court and they don't like those certain bags, or they don't, oh, that's not their go-to bag. Well, you better make it your go-to bag in case you get on that broadcast court, man.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't know, in the ACL, when you play a match, and I don't know if it'd be all matches or just stream or just broadcast matches, but for the sake of this argument, we'll say broadcast matches. If me and you step up to play this match and we have the same color bags, the higher seed gets to choose.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to choose their fucking bags. They're going to make you go change your bag. How do you like? And I know it's easy for me to be an armchair quarterback right now and to say this, but how do you not have bags prepared? And that early in, and it wasn't like Ethan's bags, his go-to bags that he had played with all year, got fucked up just this week. Like, it's been a couple. Like, he had time, I believe, to get other bags. So I'm not for sure why he didn't get other bags ready to go for Worlds.
Yeah.
Or like why he even had a bag that wasn't going to pass testing. Like, because we know people are all over people's bags right now. Why would you? I would have had, as soon as I picked up a new set of bags that weren't mine, that I didn't break in, that I got from someone else, I would have went to whatever event we were at and had them shits tested. Especially knowing you're going to take them into Worlds, and if they don't pass, this is your Worlds gone.
Yeah.
And but I will say this about Ethan Walker, and having met him last year, and we hung out with him. He's a good kid, man. He is.
Yeah.
And I did like, he did post, and he was like, "Hey, look, it's not the bags. I just played like shit. Period. End up. I played like shit." But I definitely think it plays a mental part.
Yeah.
When you got a set of bags,
100%.
when you got a set of bags you like, and you have to switch them out because they don't pass or they don't make broadcast, and now you just got to go grab another set of bags, that fucks with you, man.
I had it in Switzerland in the singles. I can't remember where the guy was from, but I'm already on the board with my Green Vipers. He comes up with the exact same bags. Green Vipers. Doesn't speak a word of English. So I was like trying to ask him if he's got other bags to think he could have. Only got this one set. And then I just have to go grab a random set of bags, I think it was out of Matt's bag. And although they were Vipers again, they just weren't right. They were a different year thingy. Like, they just felt wrong, as weird as it sounds. And then I'm in my head mentally, and then that was one of the worst games I threw all weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was playing all right up until that point.
But I just, at that pro level, when you're talking about world championships, I just don't even know how you know the rule about, and he said that too. He's like, "Hey, I knew the rules. I didn't get another set." But yeah, to rock up to the broadcast and not have a set that you could actually play with because they weren't the right colors. And I mean that by they were same color on both sides. Like, it's just a weird one for me to think like you weren't prepared.
Yeah.
Or that you had a mental lapse, for lack of better articulation, to not fucking realize that you had a set of bags that weren't going to be okay for the broadcast court.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. The second semi-final, that was Logan Chamberlain coming back from 12-0 down. That media timeout that we talk about, which just can ruin momentum for some. Coming back, like I say, 12 down to win 22-15 against Gabe Clausen.
Yep.
And In your final, Jamie Graham wins it 23-13 to claim his third world title. So now that GOAT debate is
over?
even more thinking. You're like, well, obviously we all know Matt Guy. I don't know if it's self-declaring. I know he's the most winningest when you count ACO and stuff like that. There's that. There's Mark Richards on 29 thingy, and then there's 3 ACL world titles. So it's like, which one of them 3 is the GOAT?
Here's how you determine that. That guy might be the winningest, and he was king of cornhole in the ACL. I get that. How many times was he king of cornhole?
7, I want to say. I'd have to check, but off the top of my head, I think it's about 7.
7, and that's essentially 7 world titles in ACO, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is where this debate comes in. It's like the LeBron and Michael Jordan thing, isn't it? Essentially 2 different eras.
Yeah.
Now, yes, Matt Guy is still playing, but he still plays his old school game, and that's not going to win world championships against these new guys. It's just not. It's unfortunate, but it's not. It's not going to win. It's not going to win world championships. I get that Mark Richards has 29 titles. Now, where that to me becomes skewed is because they played the Pro Invitational last night. That would have counted towards a title. And that's only the top 8 men and top 8 females. So that's not even playing with your total field of players. So to me, that one doesn't necessarily count. And then, you take a Cheyenne that's got 7 women's titles, but those don't count because it's just women's. And I'm like, well, if that doesn't count because it's just women's, a Pro Invitational can't count because that's just 16 players, 8 teams.
Yeah.
Granted, it's essentially the top 8 teams, but it's still just 8 teams. And as we see with Chase White, you can play a whole nother tournament and come back and win the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So for me, Mark Richards' 29 titles is super impressive, no doubt. But he only has 1 world title.
Well, one singles one, yeah.
What year did Mark Richards win singles worlds?
Be 23, was it? Because Trey Birchfield won it last year, and then was it Mark Richards the year before?
Was it?
I'm honest.
Okay, so he's got 2. He's got
or was it the year? No, it wasn't. It was 22. Jamie Graham won it in 23.
Yeah, for his second.
And he didn't even have a great season that year. He just come out of nowhere to win Worlds at the end. Whereas this year, he's actually had a good season.
Because Jamie won it in 2020, Trey in 2021, Mark in 2022, Jamie again in 2023, Trey last year, 2024, and then Jamie this year. So for me, I will never take Matt Guy out of the GOAT debate, but for me right now, the GOAT is Jamie Graham.
Yeah.
You win 3, and it's okay. I also look at it like this, and to where I could say that I believe Jamie could be the GOAT over Matt Guy. Name 9-year-olds that were mowing down grown-ass adults when Matt Guy was winning 7 world championships in ACO. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. You think about it.
These feels.
In your Final 4 for singles was a junior, Gabriel Kaufman, who smashed all year. So, for me, and you think, and I don't know as much about the ACL as I do. So, again, if I'm wrong on this, please reach out to us. Let me know. But it wasn't until the Hurt brothers did we start truly talking about juniors in the ACL. right? And when they were juniors, so is it Caleb or Isaac that's the older one?
Caleb's the older.
So Isaac's still a junior, right?
Yeah.
And I get it, there's other good juniors, but he's the only one making an impact on regular open like singles and stuff like that, right? Whereas there were 5 juniors in the top 20 of ACL standings.
Yeah.
So when Matt Guy was doing it, and again, this is another thing. Nobody was just playing cornhole. Everybody was working and playing cornhole. Now Jamie's having to do this when there are people, Trey, Tony, Logan, Ethan, all these dudes. Now Mark has said that he's going to go full-time pro next year. That's all they do. They don't go to work. That is their job. And that makes it a huge, huge difference. Because all they're going to do is they're going to get good rest because they can do and sleep into when they want, get up, go throw bags all day, go to a tournament that night, local, wherever they're playing. And you take a Sammy, a Logan, Gavin, all these dudes out of Texas that are playing because we know Texas is the state right now for cornhole. So to do it in this time with these guys that this is all they do, and this is literally all they've done since 2020, right? Like that's all. I mean, Trey just turned 21. Like what? Recently, he might be 22 now. So all he's done since he was what?
Yeah, he's definitely early 20s. Yeah.
So all he's done, him, Tony, like all they've done since they were 14, 15 years old is throw fucking cornhole bags.
Yeah.
Right? Like, was it Glasgow? I mean, he just got out of college doing this. Like, scholarship to Winthrop to go play cornhole. Go to class, go play cornhole. Go to class, go play cornhole. I mean, so to do it at this time where all these dudes that's what they're doing, it's different, man. It just is. It's so different. Because they get to dedicate all their time and energy to being the best. And Jamie's over here, winning three championships in 5 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, 6, technically. But so yeah, Matt, you can put him on your Mount Rushmore. To me, right now, the debate's kind of closed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jamie's
doing it in a much stronger field.
I mean, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Don't kid yourself, man. Mark's still got that potential. And so does Tony. But Trey still has that potential. He's just got to get his mind right. But yeah, it's a huge difference. Speaking of the Pro Invitational, though, Denny's phone died last night, so we didn't get to finish watching it. Who won that?
That was Cheyenne and Austin Wasco won that in the final, beating Logan Chamberlain and DLE.
That's
so
right.
Logan Chamberlain with another runners-up.
Yeah, I did see that. So Logan had the second place sweep on the weekend.
Yeah.
Poor kid. I want to try to get him on the podcast just to talk to him about that in and of itself.
Yeah.
How does that affect you going into the next season,
Yeah. I mean, he'll definitely be determined to do better next season.
Yeah, but he's already.
I think.
Sorry. He's already, I mean, just mentally improved so much from the beginning of the season till now.
this version of Logan Chamberlain's a lot better than the older, slightly more fiery one.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Slightly more tantrumy one.
Yeah.
Just call it what it is, man. Fiery is one thing. Throwing a tantrum's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I want to be nice about it. We met him. He's a cool kid.
He is a cool kid. I like Logan. I'm just saying, I'm going to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
If the baby's ugly, the baby's ugly.
What else did we have at the weekend? Teams. That was won by Carolina Coasters.
Yep, over the
Didn't
Kentucky.
actually get to see the final because it was on that late, and I was like, I just need to go to bed at this point.
Yeah.
That was the only problem with some of it was on late.
They beat the Kentucky Colonels, right?
Yeah, which I think they were the last place team the year before the Colonels.
Yep.
So they made some good changes in the team to get there, and then they had the trick shot event earlier in the week. That was fun to watch. Yep. Matt Guy with 2 buzzer beater shots on his minute to thingy, and then eventually that was Spencer Fabianar won it with a 2-handed roll shot, rolling 2 bags at the same time. And he said he'd never even tried that shot. He just thought it'd be cool to try. And then he does it within a...
Yeah, but I'm almost more impressed that he did the roll shot between his legs.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool as well.
I mean, because that's not... You can't even get a full, like, arm motion all the way through.
It's a lot of whipping of the wrist, that, surely. Of course, your wrist's just going to be bashing against your leg as well. It can't be comfortable.
Yeah. I saw a clip today.
I think I might have to try it next time I get the boards out, just see what happens.
I pretty much
end up throwing a bag over the fence.
The thing is, I think you have to have a roll shot to begin with, Graham, for that to work. I'm just saying.
Cool, man. It's there. It's just not very consistent.
I did watch.
Sometimes I'm putting a bit too much gas on it, and there's been many a roll shot that's rolled off the back.
Yeah.
But I'm learning.
Colin Hodett today do the he posted it. He did the double hand roll.
Yeah.
Trying to recreate it, and he hit it.
Yeah, nice. And then they also had the corner for the course.
Yeah.
Thing, the pro-am. So 3rd year running, Sharmar Moore and Trey Birchfield. And for me, it was one of the best shots of the weekend. I think he was 7 points up in the round.
I didn't see the end of it.
He's 7 points up in the round, 1 bag left. I think his opponent, she had 1 bag left. And like Trey's trying to call him off. He's like, no, just board it like the thing. Thinking like she's got 2 bags, like literally just half in the hole. There's less than half the hole like available, and he just shoots it clean. Like the crowd just went wild. It was one of the best shots of the weekend.
It's Airmail City, isn't it?
Yeah,
because that's like his house, like Airmail City. They go out to his house. Yeah. How cool is that, man?
Yeah, it was just an awesome shot.
He's a good actor. He seems like a genuinely good dude.
Yeah, and he loves cornhole, clearly.
Yeah.
But he was actually one of the judges for the trick shot thing, I think. That was cool. So yeah, they took that down. 3rd year in a row that they've won the pro-am, like for lack of a better term, because I believe it has changed names.
Yeah, this time
it was Super Hole previously, and then it was Cornhole for the cause this time. But
yeah.
So it was a good. It was a long weekend. Lots to watch.
Yeah, we tried to watch as much as we could. Fortunately, Denny was able to get most of it on his phone because of being a stateside phone and stuff like that. Big news going into, or not big news, sorry. Big changes going into next season, though, man, with them getting rid of round limited altogether, except for teams events. So that's I know a lot of pros are happy about that. I know a lot of commentators are not. Because it makes it for a way longer day. But yeah, I'm excited.
We skipped over it actually, talking about a way longer day. That just a bracket game. Cash and Mark Richards.
Oh my god,
50 rounds.
50 rounds, going in the 11s.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous.
In the 11th.
I just listen to the commentary afterwards. I can't remember which one of them said it, like, we're going to be here till like 3 a.m. to finish this bracket because of Cash Chandler's and Mark Richards.
The composure that 9-year-old kid has is just ridiculous.
I do feel for him, but because there was definitely some burnout from that. Because his next game after that, it didn't last long. Like Hunter Thornton, beat him quite easily. There's definitely got to be, adrenaline dump, burnout, whatever you want to call it. Like it had to have got to him. It'd get to anybody.
Yeah, I think so.
But I understand they've got these brackets to get through, so they can't just go, you can have an hour's break like he probably needs.
I don't know, man. I think that's something they need to seriously consider, because I get it, you got scheduled for broadcast and all that, but they purposely moved a Matt Guy Brett Guy match around so that then they could hurry up and play that and then still make it over to the trick shot round.
Yeah.
So if you can do stuff like that, you can fucking move other matches around to give Cash a fucking half hour to 45 minutes to go fucking decompress. And I'm not saying just Cash. I'm not saying just Cash because he's a 9-year-old. I'm saying any of these dudes that just played 50 fucking rounds. It should almost be in the rules to say if you've had a fucking match that you've played over 30 to 40 rounds, you mandatory get 45
minute break. Yeah.
Like, fuck me, man. Because that's a lot of concentration. That's a lot of adrenaline. That's a lot. And you can't tell me that it can't be done.
Yeah.
They manipulate. We know this because we watch the live feed courts. They manipulate tournament bracket matches all the time to put matches on a live stream court that people in the crowd want to see. So if you can manipulate that, you can do.
They'll always have it there in the chat. Like, okay, chat, who do you want to see next?
There's not like
Matt Guy versus Tony Smith or Jimmy Humans versus Mark Richards. And then, like you say, they manipulate it to get that game next on their court.
But you can't tell me there ain't enough other games going on that would have been played after Cash's second match that could have been played before.
Yeah.
Now, I get it. It gets tougher to do, especially once you get down into the loser's bracket, because you're having to make up time and make up games so that your king seat's not sitting too long. But I still think, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one for me, man. I think like, and again, I think any of those guys, Mark, Jamie, Tony, fucking that Joe Blow from the stands. You play 50 fucking rounds. You play 50 rounds, man. You should get a decent fucking break. You shouldn't be picking up bags to have to go throw immediately.
I play 50 rounds. I think I'd be done for the day.
Yeah, but you remember when I got fifth in qualifier 1, I lost right out the gate to Ollie. And I had to go on like a 6-game run.
Yeah.
And the last 3 games I played, No, the last three. As soon as I finished my game, I hadn't even picked up bags yet, and I already had a court assignment again.
Yeah.
And I'm not at that level, but it was hard to do, man. It was hard to get your mind focused back right. It was hard to do those things. So I can only imagine what they're going through, throwing 50 fucking rounds over an 11. So you're putting, almost every time, all bags in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, man, we didn't talk about it, and no one really probably cares, but I do. And Chris, if you're out there listening, Chris missed the pro qualifier, like his play-in, missed it by one match, man. Yeah, but yeah. So congrats out to him, man. He played really well. So yeah. Unfortunately, EJ and them didn't get to play in the pro qualifier because they wouldn't be able to travel, and they needed places for other people, I guess. That's what Woody was saying. And like I said, I want to get Woody on here and let him talk about Worlds. Of course, I want to do another bonus episode. I kind of want to try to get Craig on here and see if he wants to come on and talk about his ACL World experience, which if he wants to, we'd gladly have him. Obviously, he may not, since he'll probably go talk about it on his own podcast, and we can all just listen to that one. But yeah, the offer still stands. It's always an open invitation. But we'll definitely try to get Woody on to talk about Worlds from the ground.
Yeah.
From ground zero, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You got anything else?
I don't think so, no. And that's it. We all know where the practices are at this week. Yep. Don't need to go on that, but remember,
actually, man,
Blicky Baggers.
Where's Manchester's? Because that's a new venue. That's a new location. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock till 10, and it's at the Royton and Crompton Academy in Royton. So we'll share that out on our socials. So anybody who's local, I believe that from what I gathered from the group chat, there is a few new names headed that way. People who couldn't previously make a Friday night. So hopefully the club will start to grow more now. So, and from a personal point of view, in the week, as long as I don't have anything on a Wednesday, I can get to it. Whereas Fridays weren't as easier.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can start practicing more now.
Yep. That'll
be good, man. See.
For sure.
Yeah, like I said, I've got these goals for this season that I want to achieve. Some are higher than others, but there's no reason why I can't achieve them if I put my mind to it and put in the work.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, as ACL Worlds has proven, anybody can beat anybody, and in the UK, and I think on the day, most people are capable of beating most people. I don't think anybody. There's no such thing as an invincible cornhole player, so
nope.
We shall see what 2 weeks' time brings.
I'm super stoked for it.
Yeah.
I am
really looking forward to
stoked.
it. I'm not just for the cornhole; it's just a cool venue as well.
It is a cool venue, but it'd be good to see everybody too, man.
Yeah,
it's always good. It's always a good time. Plus, we're going to London, bro.
Yeah,
be good. It'll be good, man.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, shout out to our sponsors, Slicky Baggers.
Yeah.
Remember, just be 10 for 10% off. I would imagine stay tuned. They might be, I do not know this for fact, but they might run a few deals on some 2025 stamp bags because 2026 will be coming out. They might want to alleviate some stock. But
make some room in the stock cupboard.
but if not, they still make good bags, man. Go check them out. Get your 10% off.
Yeah. Them retros are rollers. If I can roll it, somebody more capable than me they'll work wonders for them. If you're wanting a bag that rolls, the retro.
Cool.
That's my little plug there.
I can dig it. Well, other than that, man, I don't have anything. It's late over here.
No.
I'm 2 hours ahead of you guys, so it's almost midnight for me. I got to get up in the morning and get ready to fly back to the old UK.
Well, safe travels.
Cheers, bud. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, selfishly, I don't want to do this shit on my own. I can't. I need you.
I appreciate it. All right.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm Josh.
I'm Graham. Remember,
just board it.
Just board it. Peace. Later.
Hey.